our Divine Mother, from the book The Mother, Volume 14, our Divine Mother says, beyond words, above thoughts, the flame of an intense aspiration must always burn steady and bright. My love and blessings are always with you. Date 5/3/1955. Topic: Faith and the Divine Grace, page number 82. Faith. Our Divine Mother says, faith is spontaneous knowledge in the psychic. Faith is a certitude which is not necessarily based on experience and knowledge. Faith is a confidence in the divine and the unshakable certitude of the divine's victory. It is good to have this unshakable faith. It makes your path easier and shorter. True faith does not depend on circumstances. Faith in the spiritual power must not depend on circumstances. A faith based on material proofs is not faith, it is a bargaining. Our Divine Mother says, faith first, knowledge afterwards. They who have faith will go through. It is indispensable to keep the faith and the will to conquer. Date 2nd May 1949. Faith, you flame up and triumph. Faith is the surest guide in the darkest days. Date 16th August 1954. In the unshakable faith lies all our hope. Date 3rd September 1954. Our Divine Mother says, the night always is full of promises and we must face it with the full faith and confidence. 18th October 1954. At every moment, all the unforeseen, the unexpected, the unknown is before us, and what happens to us depends mostly on the intensity and the purity of your faith. Date 3rd November 1954. Our Divine Mother says, if we had truly a living faith and absolute certitude of the almighty power of the Divine, His manifestation could be so evident that the whole earth would be transformed by it. 5th November 1954. Our Divine Mother says, keep an immutable faith. Truth will triumph. 10th November 1971. Have faith in the divine, says our Divine Mother. Have faith in the divine and go deep inside yourself. My help is always with you. Have faith in the divine and go deep inside yourself. My help is always with you. 7th April 1972. Have faith and go on. 13th July 1972. Our best help is faith. The divine is all merciful with love and blessings. Next topic, confidence. Our Divine Mother says, there is a great power in the simple confidence of a child. 17th November 1954. It is with the confidence of a child that our heart implores the divine. 5th December 1954. The best way of meeting difficulties is a quiet and calm confidence in the grace. 13th August 1966. Keep faith and confidence and remain cheerful. Any advice? Mother says, be steady and confident. 3rd September 1972. Our Divine Mother says, everybody is imperfect and has to progress. Keep firm and confident. 17th December 1972. Be confident you will become what you have to be and achieve what you have to do. One must have entire confidence in the victory of the divine, and this general victory will include in itself the personal victory of all who will have remained faithful and confident. With confidence we shall advance, with certitude we shall wait. Next topic, certitude. Our Divine Mother says, we must march on the quiet certitude that what has to be done will be done. Date 6th July 1954. Certitude, assured and calm, it never argues. Certitude of victory, it is not noisy, but it is sure. Next topic, the divine grace. Our Divine Mother says, the Supreme has sent His grace into the world to save it. The Supreme has sent His grace into the world to save it. It is the divine grace that must be prayed for. It is the divine grace that must be prayed for. If justice were to manifest, very few would be those who could stand in front of it. Justice is the strict logical determinism of the movements of universal nature. Illnesses are this determinism applied to the material body. The medical mind, basing itself upon this ineluctable justice, strives to bring about conditions that should lead logically to good health. The moral consciousness acts in the same way in the social body and tapasya in the spiritual domain. A Divine Mother says, the divine grace alone has the power to intervene. The divine grace alone has the power to intervene and change the course of universal justice. The great work of the Avatar is to manifest the divine grace upon earth. To be a disciple of the Avatar, to be the disciple of the Avatar is to become an instrument of the divine grace. The Mother is the great dispensatrix through identity of the divine grace with the perfect knowledge through identity of the absolute mechanism of universal justice. And through her meditation, each moment of sincere and confident aspiration towards the divine calls down in response the intervention of the grace. Let me repeat. And through her meditation, each moment of sincere and confident aspiration towards the divine calls down in response the intervention of the divine grace. Our Divine Mother says, who can stand before thee, Lord, and say in all sincerity, I have never made a mistake? How many days in a day, how many times in a day we commit faults against thy work, and always thy grace comes to efface them. How many days, how many times in a day we commit faults against thy work, and always thy grace comes to efface them. Without the intervention of thy grace, who would not oftentimes have come under the merciless blade of the law of universal justice? Each one here represents an impossibility to be solved. Each one here represents an impossibility to be solved. But as for thy divine grace, all is possible. Thy work will be, in detail as in the whole, the accomplishment of all these impossibilities transformed into divine realization. 15 Jan 1933. Divine grace, thy goodness is infinite. We bow before thee in gratitude. Question, sweet mother, what is the rationale of divine grace? Is not the Supreme Mother always ready with her grace for those who can call it down? Mother says, yes. Question, is it not true that even most of the seekers after God cannot call it down, and yet they can receive it if someone, a guru or avatar, has once called it down within him? Is it so? Mother says, yes. Question, so can we conclude that the divine grace works best? when it is established in the earth consciousness? Is it the aim of your endeavor to establish it permanently? Mother says, yes. Sweet Mother, please explain to me the whole principle. Our Divine Mother says the divine grace cannot be explained through words and mental formulas. 7th April 1939. It is only the divine grace that can give peace, happiness, power, light, knowledge, beatitude, and love in their essence and in their truth. 30th November 1954. Our Divine Mother says, who is worthy or unworthy in front of the divine grace? Who's worthy or unworthy in front of the divine grace? All are children of the one and the same mother. Her love was equally spread over all of them, but to each one she gives according to his nature and receptivity. Let us give ourselves without reserve to the divine. So best we seek the divine praise, call of the divine praise, not noisy but persistent, very perceptible to those who know how to listen.
बृहत्केतुं पुरूरूपं धनस्पृतं सुशर्माणं स्ववसं जरद्विषम् त्वामग्ने मानुषीरीरते विशोहोत्राविदं विवितिमिरत्